Hey everybody, I bought a house in Mérida, Mexico, sight unseen. Not only did I buy it sight unseen, I actually closed on it before ever physically going to see the house. So today I'm going to share with you why I did such a crazy thing and how I did that. My 5-year plan is to retire in Mérida, Mexico. And part of that plan involves having 2 houses for a rental and 1 house for me to live in. So I started doing visualization and gratitude every morning to help me along with this plan. And part of my visualization was getting real specific on what I wanted in the rental properties. And one of the main things I was looking for, besides obviously location, is that the 2 houses be really close to each other for property management and maintenance and all of that. I thought it would be good to have them close together. So one day I got a call from a broker. He had shown me a different property and I had just closed on the library house. And this was about 6 months later. And this broker called and he said, "I think you'll really like this property." I knew what street it was on. I knew the street very well, actually. It was only 3 blocks away from my current Airbnb, which I call the library house. And I saw it in photographs. I saw it on Google Maps. Like I click and drag through Google Maps like crazy. And FaceTime, and I didn't hesitate one bit. It met every bit of criteria. So that's how I came to the decision to buy it. So like I said, I bought this house and I closed on it before ever going in. And the reason I felt comfortable doing that, like this is not for everyone, you guys. I'm not saying, hey, everybody go buy a house sight unseen. Don't get me wrong. But the reason it worked for me personally is that I knew the neighborhoods right and left, down to the streets and which streets I liked. The house itself is a tear down. It's a completely gutted, empty house, and the back half was a tear off. So it wasn't like I was looking for a specific floor plan or finishes or anything like that. And it met the criteria of the intentions that I put out there perfectly. And the last reason I felt comfortable doing this is I sell real estate for a living. I've been a broker for 23 years. And it's the world that I'm comfortable in. You know, other people are great at crypto or flipping or stocks and things like that. This is my area of comfort. So I'm going real estate in Mexico. Super excited. Now, one of the really exciting things I'd never experienced before was going in the house for the first time, knowing it was already mine. That was such a cool event, and I have a little bit of video on that. Well, you get to witness my first look at a house I purchased sight unseen, which is a little bit scary, but I knew the neighborhood and I knew I liked this area. So I'm a little overwhelmed and excited and a little bit terrified, but please come in. This will be the living room, dining room. We've got beautiful tall ceilings. And then back here we'll blow out this wall and have a kitchen, dining, very open. And the idea here is to create a larger opening to the outside. Everything is about letting in natural light. And maybe you can squeeze in here and take a peek at the outside currently. I'm super excited to work with these architects, Mariana y Edgar from Arquilat. They're great. They listened to me. They took to heart the changes that I wanted them to make. It was just a really good experience, and they're not super expensive like some of the more, named architects that are out there. Also great, but a little harder on the pocketbook. So I really liked working with them. And here are the plans of what this house is going to become. Now, construction on this house is finally started. I bought it at the very end of 2019, saw it for the first time in January of 2020, and I'm not sure when I applied for permits, but I know that it's taken at least a year, probably a year and a half, to get those permits because it's in the historic centro, so it's subject to INAH. But that's all good, and we're finally going, and I can't wait to update you with videos as we go along. If you have considered building or buying a house in another country or buying sight unseen, I would just love to know your plans and interact. So put some comments below, and I'd greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe. Thanks.